Hi guys, this is Edmund in Japan again. So welcome back to the channel. Today is really the last video for 2021, and therefore we're gonna do something a little bit different. So for today's video, it will be split into two segments. So the first segment is really about, what are my thoughts for 2021, how the channel has grown tremendously. I mean, it's still a very small channel, but it has grown beyond my expectation. At the same time, we will also talk about something that's very relevant into the situation that I'm in right now. So currently we are in winter in Japan, right at the end of December. So weather is a little bit cold. In fact, it has been the heaviest snow in Japan. Alright, so let's get started with the first segment. So the first segment is about what are my thoughts about the channel. I really want to share my appreciation to everyone who decided to watch my channel, to watch my videos, and especially for those that decided to subscribe. I think I cannot share enough gratitude considering how amateur my videos are, but I really appreciate you guys for subscribing and also those who left their comments. Yeah, so that's really the first point. The first point is about showing my gratitude and appreciation for those who watch my videos and subscribe. The second point is really to share my thoughts around why my channel has grown so much, what are some of the learnings, some of the lessons. So when I look back 2-3 months ago, when I first started uploading more videos on motorcycle, especially with this new NC750X, I think I was quite lucky. So the video uploaded coincidentally with a couple of other much bigger, much more well-known YouTube channels. They were reviewing the NC750X, and I seem to get a lot of traffic from those videos. I think it's really, to some extent, luck plays a part, but still I cannot say how much I really appreciate how much the channel has grown. It caught me by surprise, definitely. I was gunning for 100 views, and then it became 100 views, 200 views, 400 views, 500, 1000 so quickly, right? And now I think my best video, so the video with whether the NC750X is suitable for smaller riders, has now reached over 4,000 views. So when it comes to the channel and what kind of videos will be coming in the future, so as you know, this is not my full-time job. I have another full-time job. I'm really doing this out of hobby, and I know that a lot of people would like me to share more about the NC750X, but again, I cannot talk about this motorcycle forever. So, and I also cannot go out and just change motorcycle every month. I'm more focused about what kind of videos I will be able to share with you guys in 2022. So when I think about the type of videos that I can make, I think given my experience and my situation, I think it's better for me to continue to explore Japan on the motorcycle, bring you guys on more trips, maybe talk a little bit more about some of the issues, some of the topics that I could share my unique perspective from a foreigner's point of view. So I think we can do some of that as well. The important thing to remember is that a lot of times I'm speaking off my mind. Most of the things are not scripted in advance, so it's really difficult to multitask while riding motorcycle, trying to keep myself safe but still talking sense. So that's really tough to do, and I really have my respect to the YouTube channels where the content creators are speaking so well while riding the motorcycle. I think they are really good at multitasking, but for me that's not the case. I'm still trying to do my best Let me just navigate this left-hand turn first. Yep. So in 2022, definitely more videos will be coming. So on top of keeping in mind that some of the things that I'm talking might be garbage or gibberish because I'm writing while talking, another thing to bear in mind is, you know, sometimes I'm not intending to offend anybody. So if you find that some of my content, some of my comments are offensive, you know, please kind of bear with it. So yeah, no intention to offend anybody, okay? The next thing is, when can we expect the first videos in 2022 to come around? So far, I think we are definitely looking at more videos in early 2022, but depending on the weather. So if it's too cold, it starts to snow and etc., maybe I will not do those videos. So just bear with me if you don't see that many videos coming along. But anyway, I think definitely 2022 a lot more videos will be coming. I'm also thinking of investing in a better video editor. Not a better video editor, but investing in a video editor that is able to help me output videos in 4K 1080p quality. Currently I'm using Lightworks, which is free up until 720p, and you know, I really like the software so far. It has fit my needs and my level of expertise, so I'm thinking to purchase it. But if you know of any other video editing software which you think is going to be better than Lightworks or cheaper, then please share in the comments as well. Yep, I hope that you continue to support the channel. We are coming to the end of the first segment. For the second segment, as I mentioned earlier, is more about how can someone from Singapore survive in Japan during the winter on the motorcycle. In the meantime, I will see you later. Bye. Hi guys, so welcome back again. So as you have heard just now, this is really the second part of the video for today. So the second part of the video for today is really, you know, addressing the big question, right? So how can a Singaporean survive in Japan during winter on the motorcycle? So some of the things, some of the setup that I have made on the motorcycle in Japan is very different from those that I would do in Singapore. Some of the clothings and protection will also be different. So I just wanted to walk you guys through, for especially those that lives in Singapore, that comes from a tropics area. You know, how do you survive in a country like Japan where you have 4 seasons? So let's start off with something that I try to do, right? So currently Japan is now is end of December, just before the New Year. We are seeing very heavy snow in many parts of Japan. Fortunately, Tokyo, because of its location, geographic location, protected by a lot of the mountains, right next to the warm Pacific Ocean. So we normally do not see that much snow in Tokyo compared to other parts of Japan. So we are quite fortunate here. But that being said, I do not advocate going out when it starts to snow, because it's really slippery. I think it's just not fun to do that. So what I try to do is I try to avoid going out when the weather is not great. So today the weather is really good. I think it's a very nice break in between the days. Today's highest temperature is about 14-15 degrees. I think that's also about the temperature right now. So maybe you are hearing a little bit of the gust. So that's feeling a little bit cold. But while you are in the sun, I think generally it's fine. So what I try to do is, of course, trying to pick the days where it is more sunny, less windy, of course no snow, right? But other than that, there are some things that I've made, some changes that I've made that I wouldn't do in Singapore to the motorcycle. So the first one would be the heater grips, so that you see here. So yep. So you know, before coming to Japan, I thought heater grips were kind of fanciful, because normally we would rather have cooling grips in Japan, in Singapore. But once you start to come to Japan, you notice that it's an absolute must to have if you want to survive in the early spring, late autumn, or even during the winter season. So I think heater grips that you see here, these are the original ones that comes from Honda. And for the NC750, it actually comes as stock, which is great in Japan. So you don't actually have to spend more money to get this. And what that also means that it's really well integrated into the dashboard as well. So you can see if I change the levels, you can see that the heater grip levels are changing as well. So for this system that Honda provides, there are 5 levels you can choose. I'm now on level 4, level 3. Yep. So this is one of the things that I do just to keep myself warm on the motorway, on the roads during winter. The other big thing that I do is I actually have this lifeline that you see. It connects to the USB port here, and then it goes all the way into my clothes. So I have a heated vest that's inside, that's connected by USB to the motorcycle. So that means that I do not need to carry a portable battery or worry about the portable battery running out of juice while I'm riding with the motorcycle. Is this dangerous? It's not really, because the USB port plugs out really easily. So if I need to get off, and sometimes I forget to unplug myself as well, so it just pop off very easily. So it's nothing to be worried about when it comes to safety issues. But again, this is not something that you will see in Singapore. Maybe people will do this for those jackets where I think it's getting quite popular in Japan, where they have fans just to keep yourself cool in Singapore, in the tropics. But in Japan, this is what I have to go for, right? So this USB lifeline is absolutely key for me to keep warm. I will post a photo of example of that vest, so that's for your reference. Of course, when it comes to clothing, there are much better solutions around in Japan. So you can spend, I think, $400–500 on the entire suit of heated gears. So you have heated gloves, heated jacket, heated pants, and all of them are connected to the motorcycle as well. That is something that I would say you can do, definitely. But because it's really a full system, it's very difficult to have multiple dual use purpose for that entire suit. So for me, I rather buy things that are more multi-use. So if I can go hiking or I go camping, etc., so I can use this suit more easily rather than the systems which are connected to the motorcycle directly, compared to these USB ones that I have. So that's something for you to maybe keep in mind. Yep. So I don't really have anything else that's really on the bike right now. But in the past, when I was riding the MT-07, I used to have these big gloves that you can put your hands in. It's attached to the handlebars. And again, I'll post a photo of how it looks like. But it's a really great thing because it helps to protect your hands without requiring you to have a more permanent solution like a handguard. I think the handguard is a great solution. I would think that I would like to try it one day, but I noticed that potentially for this motorcycle I might not be able to do that because the screen is really big. So you can see that the gap here is really small, right? Really tiny. So I'm very concerned if any handguards are going to fit with this screen that I have. I would rather much keep the screen rather than trying to change the screen and then get a handguard. So I think the soft option that that I mentioned earlier might be a better solution. So I did use it before in my on the MT-07, which I owned before. To be honest, that was godsend. So I would suggest, if you have a bike that you can put on those, I don't know what they call it, mittens or mitts, please go ahead. It might not look as good as, you know, hand guards, but that means that, you know, in summer you can really take them off very easily and still enjoy the cool breeze. I actually threw mine away before because I changed to the CBR 650R, and the CBR 650R with the clip-ons, you can't really put on those mitts. So I kind of regretted it because, you know, I only owned the CBR 650R for just slightly over a year. So I think I kind of regretted whether that I threw away the mitts. Now I have to go and buy another set, and they're not that expensive, like maybe $40, $50, or maybe cheaper. I'm not 100% sure. So I think that would be something that you can consider as well to keep yourself warm. The thing that I'm kind of struggling a little bit more for myself, because I'm not going for the full suit, is the leg protection. So as you can see today, I'm actually wearing my rain pants, and that helps to block off the wind a little bit and keep myself warm as well. So this is again you know, a solution that I have to keep myself warm. So again, you can consider that as well. Good. I think that's all when it comes to the motorcycle and how I keep myself warm. So I hope that has been very interesting. This has been an interesting video for you, especially if you're coming from Singapore, from tropics. If you are, of course, coming from other areas where you also have a very cold weather like winter, please also share some of your tips and tricks on keeping warm in the comments below, so that you can also share your best practices to keep yourself warm during these very hard times for motorcyclists. Alright, I think that's all. So I hope that you liked the video today. So we split it into two segments. The first part, you know, really wrapping up the year for 2021 and showing appreciation to the viewers. And then of course the second part about how I'm keeping myself warm in Japan during winter on my motorcycle. I think that's all. So great day today. I will see you guys in 2022. Bye.